What's up, guys? Welcome to this new unboxing of my second secret project, which I mentioned in my previous video that, well, let's set the stage first. I've already got a new Threadripper box and I've been running it for about 2 weeks, and I've been running various tests to ascertain the best use case for my goal for virtualizing my home lab and the operations within my very small company. Even though the company is small, the stuff we do and that we dream about and aspire to do are pretty grand. And so that's there, and it's going to become a server. So when I first got it, the plan was to do KVM on this, and my realization now is I would prefer to run a level 1 hypervisor rather than a level 2 hypervisor, which is what KVM is. So the level 1 approach is to go with Zen server or maybe Proxmox. I haven't decided completely yet, so I'm still sussing out which is better. So that's going to be a later task. So what's this? This is, yeah, let's do a mic drop. Boom, mic drop. It's again a 1950X. Ooh, I let the cat out of the bag. Let's do the unboxing then, shall we? So it looks like it has, already been, well, I hope things are okay, because this is about $2,500 worth of PC gold, basically, or put this way, like the best, almost, well, pretty much the best hardware you could get right now for a Threadripper build. Ooh, do I spot casualties? Oh wow, maybe not, hope not. Ooh, wow, can you guys see that? So let's take the star of the show out first. Oof, Threadripper, another Threadripper, another 1950X. Yep, looks the same packaging. I'm actually surprised that AMD's always been different, and they're trying to stand out, but I just don't understand the retail sense given the volume of this. If they were to package this similar to the way Intel packages their stuff, all they had to do was package the chip, right, and the torque wrench, and it could have still been a pretty small box compared to something this large. And generally pretty ridiculous. Of course, I guess they provided that Asetek mount as well, but still, look at the Ryzen 1700 or the R5 packaging. It's smaller and more compact. And when you're selling stuff to customers, the cost of inflated shipping will in the end go back to the customer rather than the supplier, essentially. So that's the chip. So it's going to be the same thing. So that means I have 64 vCores in the home lab. We have version 4.31. So as I recall, this is identical to the same kit, because you can order the same kit on Amazon, the same product, but then the versions could be different on the Corsair package, because they don't confirm that. But I believe this is the same V431. And I hope it is, and I believe it is, as I recall, because then that gives me a baseline, because I was able to get the other kit of version 4.31 running. It's running at the moment at 3200 MTS. Gas rating is still the same, 16, 18, 18, 36, 3200. So that looks good. I'm gonna move that over here. Okay, move the mouse away. Okay, and then the other items are just way too big for me to actually, I think, get out of here. Maybe I'll try the AX. So this is the first time. Whoa, I've got a 1200 watt PSU from Corsair. I do have a HX 1000i in the 6850K. And since then I purchased an HX 760i for the NVR Ubiquiti NVR, it's Unify Video server, and then I'm running, let me see, three units of the 860i. So one is in the FreeNAS server rig, the X99 server rig. One is running in the Threadripper box, and one is running in the pfSense server, or the router, essentially. So it's quite a lot of cost of production inside my den. Oh wow, this is huge, and it's massive, and it's heavy, and it's ouch. Yes, I don't think I'm going to take that out right now. Unfortunately, it's sitting right on top of the holy grail of Threadripper motherboards. So this is pretty much I would say the most expensive, maybe. So if you were to follow what I've been doing in the past, let me see, 3 months or so, the goal of my stuff has been to be more cost effective than be all out getting the top end, right? Even on the 6850K box I cut corners, even on this Threadripper box I cut corners, even though it turned out pretty well. So all the systems here I've cut corners, apart from the FreeNAS server. I went for the $500 ECC RAM, the Asus WS Workstation grade board, because my data is so critical to me, and that's the whole point. I didn't want to cut any corners on that, because then there's no point in going FreeNAS to protect my data, or ZFS for that matter. But for this system, and given where the number of systems I've procured for this year alone, right, this will represent basically the last desktop I would need to buy easily for the next 4 to 5 years. That's at least my plan. I basically don't see any reason to upgrade to that point. This is actually a build that I was planning to do in early to mid 2018. Advance my timeline, sorry to say. And because I had already kitted this out, and given the experience I've had with the Gigabyte board and the 1950X, I felt I wanted to lock into this platform at this point. I also debated heavily, and I will put a link to the forum thread on Level 1 Techs. I basically debated very heavily on going with an Intel 10-core 20-thread CPU platform with the X299. However, the main thing that put me off that was there was no room for ECC support. Sure, this RAM is not ECC right now, but in the future there is scope to go for ECC, given there is support for ECC in Threadripper. The only advantage the Intel side would be Thunderbolt 3, which this platform doesn't have. There was talk of Thunderbolt coming to the Designio line of boards from Gigabyte, but there's been licensing issues, and I honestly don't see how Intel is going to let AMD take one of the few features that might sway some people to stick to Intel. Now, for example, Optane again is not something I really care for right now, but there might be people out there who'll be like, oh wow, Optane is something we really, really want, so we're not going to go AMD. So I just don't see Thunderbolt 3 coming to any AMD platform. If it does, that'll be crazy. But it'll be like Intel just saying, hey AMD, here we go, we're just like giving you one of the few things that differentiate us from your platform, apart from stability, better IPC obviously, and also so again, the reason I was considering the Intel side of it was the stability, better IPC, better IOMMU, or more stable IOMMU. Now the QEMU KVM stuff also seems to run more smoothly on the Intel side, because it's an architecture that's been around for ages. That is a Sandy Bridge variant. Probably now that changes since they jumped to Skylake. But it's largely the same puzzle or the same matrix of magic that's just been improved over the years. Whereas Threadripper is totally brand new from, as AMD's engineers say, from a blank sheet of paper. They just came up with a whole new architecture ground up, and that is completely incredibly amazing what they've achieved. And I guess that's also, and also going back to give a bit more context, I used to run Athlon 64 back in the day when AMD was like the underdog, the cheaper version. They still are. That's how they brand themselves. But like, I guess there is this need to champion the little guy, you know, and they're doing such amazing stuff with Vega. So this box, I have big plans for this rig. There's going to be a Radeon Vega 64 going into this. Today I have an EVGA GTX 1080 Ti for the Win 3. That is basically the most Ballin AF graphics card on the planet right now. I don't intend to go water cooling, so it's got a killer over-engineered, check out Gamers Nexus. It's like over-engineered to death cooling solution. So the way I plan to run it, well, that is for now the time. That'll be the primary card. I will have the Vega 64 as the host card, given the open source drivers in Linux tend to have very high performance, and running NVIDIA's closed source drivers is a total pain in the butt in Linux. And so the GTX 1080 Ti will be GPU passed through via IOMMU to a virtualized instance. And that's the basic approach I'm trying to take with this box. And so I think I'm going to cut short over there. Oh, a couple more things. So this is what came today in this box, but there were a few other bits that came in a separate order. So I'm just going to break those out right now. Let's go with these first. 850 Pro Samsung 256 gigs into 2. This is creamy yum stuff of dreams. I probably dream about these when I sleep at night. And I've got a 960 Pro 512 gig M.2 NVMe arriving next Monday. So that's something to dream about for the rest of the week, right? And another very important piece is these thermal grizzly. Sorry, that's a wrong accent. I'm not. What happened? I can't do my German accent. That's so bad. The wunderbar, yes. So this wunderbar Wiener Schnitzel, from the I don't know, the mountains of Germany, where we do BMW and then the Mercedes, the Benz. Yeah, it's basically the best freaking TIM, thermal interface material, with thermal conductivity of 12.5 watt meters per Kelvin. And but what's pretty cool is it has recommended by DeBauer. So shout out to DeBauer. I love his work. I mean, everybody loves his work. His channel is incredible. He has his own line of de-leading tools and all that stuff. So this is going to go on this box. The German excellence. And on the topic of German excellence, actually, I've added something really cool to my mix of tools. This is a VHA. You know, this has nothing to do with this video, by the way, but I have to show it because it's a VHA tool made in Germany. A lot of people consider VHAs to be like heirloom tools because It's like something like a dad would use, and he'll leave it to his kid, and the kid will use it like maybe like 30, 35 years later, because these tools stand the test of time. And what's cool is that I can't take the tip out, right? You have to yank back, and then it comes out. And if I yank back, let it go, and I now drop it in. Whoops, hang on. Wait. You can basically click in. There you go, it clicks in. Once it clicks in, yeah, it's not going to come out. Or you can just hold back and just let it drop in, and then let go. It's locked in. And then you want to prepare yourself for this. Seriously. Abra, kadabra, ra 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 ra. Woohoo! Okay, I tried to do an abracadabra, that kind of backfired, but anyways. So it's like an Inspector Gadget, and it swivels. So you can just like, woohoo! I want to pick out what I want to pick out. But so the main ones I'm going to right now. So I like the talks. So I have the I think the T6, T8s are over here. They have Posibits at the top. It's basically got every single thing. It's a 26 driver. There you go, all in one. And then all you just do is, and there you go. It's freaking cool. I mean, they could have taken this to the next level if this was ratcheting. If they could have had a ratcheting thing here, and they had a knurled area here. If they did those two things, this would basically be the best screwdriver on the planet. And what's nice is they've got this detents here basically, so when you're holding it, like here is uncomfortable, but you can rest your thumb and over here for like maximum torquing fun. And I have pretty big hands, and like the fat part here, right? It just really, I can just, if I take my rings off because that gets uncomfortable. Okay, and now I can just like really get my hand wrapped right around it, because if I use any other kind of tool that's so skinny, my hand just will not go. I mean, I can't get a full grip. Now I can. Like this is like totally in the palm of my hand, you can see. And if I just show you, like there you go, just wraps around perfectly for perfect stabbing action on Halloween. Yeah, I'm kidding, guys. Don't do that. Don't do that. Very bad. No stabbing on Halloween and any other day. So that's it so far. Any other goodies on the oh yes, there's a Noctua cooler. This is the TR4 socket Noctua, an NHU14S, which will go on this box. And well, that's it for now. I spent the weekend building the PS Sense box, so I'm going to do another video on that. So stay tuned. I'm going to try and get this one out first, and then I'll get the PS Sense one out later, because there are some minor adjustments. I want to throw in an LED cable mount LED kit to give it to fine tune the accented lighting inside the case, which is not spot on right now. So I don't want to ruin that video. So yeah, look forward to that one. I've got some crazy stuff coming up. Okay, I'm going to let you guys know what it is. I've got 2 4K displays arriving. One is 43 inches, and the other one is a 27-inch panel. So that's going to be insane, basically. This is like a total workstation upgrade. It's going to be just amazing to work in this space. So thanks for watching, guys. Hit subscribe, like, and I will definitely see you in the next one. Bye bye.